morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching this from. Welcome to another episode of Original Conversations with Maryanne. I am your host. My name is Maryanne Wanjiro Kibuchi and I am a multi-gifted psychologist. I'm currently showing up as a mental health show host, educator, and entrepreneur. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about, this is episode 9, and so we are talking about original life, and we want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for following through with the series. If you're here for the very first time, hi, I have introduced myself. Please feel free to introduce yourself and let me know how you found us, and maybe engage with us in the comment section. And with that said, let us get into today's episode. I'm so excited. Do you know why I'm excited? Can you also tell that I'm excited? I'm excited because we are in the 9th episode, and in this show we are first starting with 10 episodes. This is season 1, Original Conversations with Maryanne season 1, and I'm so excited because we are this far, and I'm so grateful because you guys have been following through from the very first episode up until now, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And so with that said, like I've said, I'm going to talk about today's episode. Today we're talking about original life, and if you're joining us for the very first time, I want to encourage you. There you have two options. Either you pause right here and go to the very first episode where we've created a playlist, and you can be able to follow through from episode 1, and you're able to follow through with a train of thought, and you don't get lost and you're wondering, what is Maryanne talking about here? Yeah, I'm lost. I don't want you to be lost. I want you to find yourself. So if you can, please go back to episode 1, or alternatively finish this episode and then make sure you promise yourself that you go and make sure you follow through. You go and start with episode 1 so that you're able to follow through with my train of thought, and you can be able to see where this train is going, right? You don't want to just jump in and you're lost. It goes anywhere and you don't know where we are going. I want you to know where we are going. So with that said, I want to talk to us about the original life, and in this episode, it's just a culmination of all the things that we have been talking about from episode 1. And when we are talking about the original life, this is actually an area that I'm writing about in my book. I'm writing about flourishing living, and so I will share more details on how you can be able to follow us on our social media platforms so that you can be notified when we launch that book, and it's going to be happening very soon, God willing, if it hasn't already by the time you're watching this episode. And we are going to be sharing those details. So if you'd like to know more details about the book, we are going to share the details. Our social media platforms are right there. You can follow, and you can be able to get the book once it is launched, if it is not already launched. Let us talk about the original life. We cannot talk about the original life if we do not talk about the original self. I always say that the importance of reconnecting with the original self, and this is coming from a personal brand. My brand is called Originally Maryanne brand, and this is inspired by my own personal mental health journey, and also the areas that I have noticed that other people need help in. And so I'm helping people reconnect, and my vision is to help people to reconnect with their original self, the person they were before the trauma, the person they were before the shame, before the pain, emotional pain, and feeling like they're stuck in life. And so we are helping you reconnect with the original self. And so we cannot talk about the original life without talking about the original self. And the original self, I always give like this definition of what I mean by the original self. The original self is the person you are, the vulnerable person. The original self is vulnerable. The original self is authentic. The original self is creative, very playful and imaginative. This is the part that you probably lost. If you still have it, congratulations. It's very easy for us to lose that part of us when we grow up, but it is a very important creativity and playfulness are very vital elements of our personalities, and it's important to maintain that part of us. So the original self is vulnerable, creative, authentic, creative, whole. The person you are, a whole in spirit, soul, body, or soul, body, spirit, the person that is harmonious within themselves. You're not fighting against yourself, but you're one. You are one. You're in agreement within yourself. And also the person that wants to live and lives a flourishing life, which I've mentioned that I'm writing about. And so in this episode, I'm just touching on areas. In these episodes, I'm touching on areas and giving a brief introduction of some of the things that we're going to be talking about in this season and also in coming seasons of Original Conversations with Maryanne. And so when we are talking about the flourishing life, I'm talking about the person, the life that you're supposed to live that is connected to the original self. The original life you're meant to live is the flourishing life, where you're flourishing in your soul, you're flourishing in yourself, you're flourishing in your body, you're flourishing in spirit. In spirit, I talk about purpose and having a sense of being connected to a higher self, to a person, to a higher being. It's different from religion. And that part of us is very important. The spirit is also very important. Cultivating a spiritual life is also just as important to maintain our state of mental well-being. And so with that said, a flourishing, the original life is the person that is connected, that comes from the original self. And the original self comes from taking the time to become whole and reconnecting with the parts of you that are very difficult to confront, and being harmonious within yourself and also being whole. And if you're whole in your mental health, then you cannot help but be whole in yourself and be whole in your own life. That is now the original life that I'm talking about. And these are concepts that we'll be talking about. They are themes that you're going to be talking about in, like I've said, in this show, but in Original Conversations with Maryanne, but also in the overall scope of this channel, because this channel is called Originally Maryanne TV. And so this is all about us, and we want to help empower you and give you the tools so that you can live the original life, you can live a flourishing life, and you can be the next and best version of yourself. You can be you can be okay in your mental health, and you can have the right relationships, and all good things flow from having connected with the original self. And with that said, I just want to encourage you. This is just like I've said, I will not get too much into it, but this is perhaps a call for us to take the time to heal trauma, to heal, consult licensed mental health professionals so that you can get the help and support that you need. And I'm going to be involving these experts, I'm going to be involving these professionals. And so if you like what we are doing here, I want to encourage you to please subscribe, turn on the post notification bell on this channel, comment and share, and also let us know, even in the comment section, let us know what you'd like to learn. Engage with us. And the more you do this, you are able to also tell the algorithm that you are a very good platform, that you are actually committed to helping people, and the things that you share here, they get to as many people as possible, because let us face it, there's a lot of chaos in the media. So we are really trying to cut through that by actually giving very good information, knowledge, so that people can work on themselves and become better instead of becoming bitter. Did you see what I did with my words there? Yes, I know you saw. And so with that said, I just want to encourage you to please do that. Also, I want to encourage you to follow the series. Like I've said, we have created a playlist. It's called Original Conversations with Maryanne Season 1. You follow from episode 1 all the way up to the last episode, which we'll be sharing in next Saturday at 9 a.m. Same time, same place, same everything. And follow all my social media platforms in the description box and the WhatsApp community that is right there. I'm also encouraging you guys that if you really connect with the work that we are doing, to please consider supporting us financially by sharing, by sending any contribution of any amount. We will really appreciate it. To the details that is right there in the description box. There's the Mpesa line, there's the Mpesa Paybill for Kenyan residents, and also the 070115 number in the description box where you can be able to send money via SendWave. I always recommend SendWave. SendWave is actually a very good forum to be able to share money for international residents, and with that we will really appreciate. It will help us get the right equipment. It will empower us to get the guests, the experts to come and have these conversations with, so that you can grow and you can heal your mental health and support the work that we are doing to impact as many people as possible with the gospel of good mental health and to help them reconnect with their original selves. And with that said, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this episode. I want to encourage you to please like, share, subscribe, and share this with your family, share this with your colleagues, share this with your relatives, everybody, everywhere. Let them know of the work that we are doing, because I believe we are doing a very good job, and together let us prioritize let us create and form that originality movement. We become our original selves so that we can have original lives. And with that said, thank you so much for everything. I appreciate you. I see you guys engaging. We really see you. We appreciate you. My team and I appreciate you. And with that said, I want to close this episode, and like as always, I will see you next week in the last episode, where we will be having a conclusion of all the things that we'll be talking about, and I will be seeing you then. Until then, originally, Maryanne. Bye.